When you think about cybersecurity, you probably get hit with a million different rules, right? A huge list of do's and don'ts. But what if I told you the best defense wasn't some long, complicated checklist? What if it was just a single, powerful shift in how you think? Well, today, we're going to cut through all that noise and find the one rule that truly matters, a rule you can start using the moment we're done here.
So to really get this one rule, we have to change our perspective a little bit. I want you to stop thinking of yourself as just an employee or a member of the team. Because in the world of information security, your role is, well, it's way more important than that.
That's right, a guardian. Every single day, you're trusted with information that is absolutely critical to your organization. And from a security point of view, protecting that information, that's your most important job. It's a huge responsibility, but it's one that empowers every single person on the team.
And, every guardian needs a code to live by, a core principle that guides everything they do. So what's the one rule that every single information guardian has to follow? Let's go ahead and call it the golden rule.
And there it is, the golden rule. Never ever give out your personal and organizational info, like architecture, systems, network details, to unknown people. It's an absolute. Now, I know it sounds a little formal, but on the surface, it's simple, right? The real power, though, is in the details. So let's break down what this actually covers.
Okay, so the rule says don't share sensitive information. But let's be real, that's a pretty broad term. What are we really talking about here? As a guardian, what are the specific assets you are sworn to protect?
And check out how specific this is. We're not just talking about the obvious stuff, like your password. It covers your personal data, for sure, but also the organizational architecture. That's like the actual blueprint of your company. And sharing system and network information? That's basically like handing over the master keys to the entire building. These are the crown jewels, and you're the one protecting them.
So we know what we need to protect. Got it. But the second half of that rule is just as crucial. Who are we protecting it from? The rule points a finger at one very specific kind of threat.
The rule warns us about unknown persons. And today, that's not some shadowy figure in a trench coat, It's that unexpected email from a coworker where the email address is just slightly off. That's a classic phishing attempt. Or it's that urgent phone call from IT demanding your login info to fix some major problem. It boils down to this. If you can't be 100% sure who you're talking to, they are an unknown person and the rule applies, no exception.
Look, knowing the rule is one thing, but actually living it is what really matters. So let's take this golden rule and turn it from just a piece of advice into an active, easy-to-remember pledge that you can use every single day.
We can break this down into a super simple 3-step pledge. First, recognize. Recognize that the data you work with is valuable. It's not just random stuff on a screen. Second, verify. Always verify who's asking for it. Does that email look legit? Can you call them back on an official number you already have? And third, protect. This is the big one. When in doubt, your default setting should always be to protect that info by not sharing it. It's really that simple. So there you have it. One core rule reframed as a simple pledge. This way of thinking empowers you to go from just being an employee to being a true guardian, a protector of your organization's most valuable assets. The only question left is, are you ready to take on that role?